Alrighty, guys, what is going on? I'm Tubby. We're talking about Dolph Ziggler, Mr. Money in the Bank, Mr. Show Off. Y2J, though. What are you doing, Y2J? You come back to the WWE. I've enjoyed your comeback, don't get me wrong. You've lost quite a bit now. Now you're in a feud with Dolph Ziggler. Honestly, if this match happens at SummerSlam, I wish it was for the briefcase. I know they've done it before, but I kind of wish they would have put the briefcase on the line. If Dolph Ziggler was that big of a show-off, he would put it on the line. But I like what Chris Jericho does. Chris Jericho is not selfish one bit. Chris Jericho has came back. He put over CM Punk. He puts over other superstars. He is the kind of guy that believes in the business, and if it's right for business, he will do it. Dolph Ziggler's the guy who's been trapped in this mid-card hell forever. Ever since he left the Spirit Squad, and he was the IC champion, the United States champion. He had the IC reign for a long time. He didn't really do anything, though. He was paired with Vicky Guerrero, but other than that, nothing really came about it. Now we get an opportunity as he's preparing his ascension to the main card, like Daniel Bryan did last year when he won Money in the Bank and he cashed in the Money in the Bank at TLC. I don't think, though, it is right for him to cash in at SummerSlam. There was talks about him cashing in at SummerSlam. I don't see it right just yet. You know, you got a feud going on in the main event. You don't know what the hell is going to happen with the World Heavyweight Championship because Booker T, called the match off. So where are we going to go from there? I don't exactly know. I think either one of these guys could definitely be in that picture. I love both of these guys, but I think Chris Jericho will end up putting Dolph Ziggler over, and there's no reason for him not to. Dolph is the kind of guy that eventually will be probably one of the, I don't know if he'll be a heel or face. It could go either way. Will probably be one of the top tier guys for the next 2 or 3 years. I say that because he's one hell of a seller. And he doesn't really have a problem. I guess he's getting mad now, losing. But his rise to the top has been, dominated with, okay, you give him a title, then you pair him up with Jack Swagger, and they lose forever. Nothing ever comes from it. Now you get the perfect opportunity to go up against a legend, Chris Jericho, a Hall of Famer, no doubt. A chance to beat him, prove yourself. And by doing that, what he's going to show the WWE Universe and, what it's ultimately going to be leading to is Dolph Ziggler in the main event as a legitimate contender. Now, the only problem that I have was that Chris Jericho didn't beat Sheamus. I think if Chris Jericho would have beat Sheamus or Alberto Del Rio, whoever their champion was, it would give Dolph Ziggler a lot more credibility if he went out and knocked off Chris Jericho. That's my only downfall with this too, but, as far as the match card goes for SummerSlam, they definitely need some help, and this is definitely a match I would love to see these two. They've been building it up. I guarantee it's going to happen. Probably won't be for the briefcase, but it'll be a very entertaining match to watch. If it is announced, I don't want to make my predictions just yet because they'll probably throw in some sort of loophole or, something about the sorts. But this match is ultimately to put over Dolph Ziggler. The crowd loves Y2J. Dolph has got one hell of a gimmick. I love what he does. The show off. He's got the Money in the Bank briefcase to show off now. When he's got the title, I think it'll be even better. And I see him potentially having a 6-month reign as a champion. I truly do. I don't want to see him be champion for like 2 to 3 months and then just drop it, or a month, if that, and then lose the title. I want him to be champion for a while. Maybe he beats Chris Jericho and then cashes in. Maybe it's Chris Jericho that costs him from cashing in at the pay-per-view. That could set up a feud for the next pay-per-view. I know Chris Jericho is leaving to tour with Fozzy soon. He needs a reason to leave. Maybe Dolph Ziggler beats Chris Jericho down so much that that's his real reason to leave. I'm excited for it. I wonder what you guys think. Do you think that Chris Jericho is the right guy to put over Dolph Ziggler? And if you were writing it, would you want Dolph Ziggler to put over Chris Jericho, or is that to you kind of a bad thing? I don't know. Leave your thoughts below. I'm going to say Dolph Ziggler is going to face Chris Jericho at SummerSlam. Leave your feedbacks. Make sure to smash that like button. I'm Tubby Emu. Have a great day, guys. Tubby Emu out.